So here we are in Big Bear. And I just wanted to share a couple of thoughts before we do a really easy yoga practice. And one of them it was pointed out to me in the last 24 hours that though one of our major planets is back going, forward again, there's quite a few planets that are still retrograde. And so it constantly is feeling like I'm retracing steps. It's been feeling like this for about probably 2 weeks. I think I got a window where it didn't feel like that. And I just wanted to share that because it seems like we have to go into our past. And we'll do that a little bit. We're also trying to sort of bring the humidity down to earth, get rain in California. One of my favorite symbols for rain in my hands, it comes by way of Nubia, is this one. And earlier this morning, I was doing like claps of thunder. And then let's have that rain fall. Please let's have that rain. It's so dry, so parched. You look in the gardens and the yards, and only the gardens and the yards that are being cared for by people have that water filling them up by actually somebody intervening, a human. And then the other thing that I kind of wanted to go into today is because we're asking for water, I feel like this is the pranamaya kosha, the I feel, the I feel kosha. And it is about water and movement and about feelings. So just want to pull that in. Just be aware if you're having a lot of I feel, that's a water quality, that's emotion. And if you're a natural swimmer, it's great. If you're not a natural swimmer, you got to stand on solid ground or at least on sandy ground. And the last thing that I want to kind of pull in is I'm going to use a mudra, not from what I've been taught by Nubia, but from an actual card deck. And it's a bronchial mudra because it feels like everything's really stuck, right? If the rain won't fall, it means it's kind of stuck. So the mudra is done with the fingers in, and it looks like this, bronchial mudra. And when I first tackled this yesterday, I realized that when you put it together, it kind of looks like a set of lungs. The ribs. And when you breathe, it kind of moves a little bit. So I want this to be something that you can actually use. And I'm going to use it in a lunge, in a pose that is going to sort of look like a little bit like a bow and arrow. It sort of came up organically yesterday. And we'll pull that in. It's bronchial mudra. It's also about openness, right? If you're taking deep breaths and you're letting go of your breaths, there's a certain kind of openness that happens. So if you want to come onto your mat, or if you just want to like observe, this is the first time I've done this in a long time, this broadcast. So thank you for watching, if you're watching. I know this is a tough one. First thing I wanted to have you do is I just want to knock out some of the energies that get caught in the chest. So just go ahead and tap on your chest. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. To move in and out with your breath, we're going to move this to one hand on the sternum, and we're tapping into thymus thyroid on these two sets of types of taps. Inhale and exhale. It's also just sort of moving some of that heart energy around that I feel. And for some people, it might feel better to do a little fluffing instead of tapping. Inhale and exhale. A couple more times. Letting it go. And letting it go. And then lastly, we're going to come in under the armpits. So you're going to come in under these armpits. And you're going to tap out. And this is spleen, stomach, large intestine, gallbladder. So if your digestion's been sluggish, these ones can be very useful. And also if you have some energy to get rid of, some by tapping, you notice where it's kind of painful. So you just go ahead and just go with that. Inhale and exhale. And shake all of that off your hands. Shake it up above you. Shake it in front of you. And then this is the one that I've been utilizing a lot. Shake it back behind you. Off. Whatever's from the past that you don't need right now. And then paint a great big halo around yourself. And crisscross it, pull it down to the earth. Let your hands touch the ground. Let the head drop. Knees can soften, hips can flex. And then inhale, pull this up the legs, under the armpits, over the shoulders, and back down to the waist. And then once again, pull it up, crisscross it down, pull inside the arches, coming inside the legs, up, on the armpits, over the shoulders. And we're just tracing for awareness around the body. Open it up again, pulling it back. And there is way more information about what you're tracing. These are sort of like the Ayurvedic and Oriental meridians. You come up that backside, up the backs of your legs, and that last one. And then up and over the shoulder, back down to the waist. So take a moment again. Interlace the hands. Hold those hands apart. Just hold on tight. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing out. Start to let this rise. Eyes can follow it. If your neck is feeling it, you can open the front of the throat up as you look up, and you're holding this tension still. Inhale and exhale. Let those exhales out through the jaw. And be really aware of that exhale. There's a sound that comes out. So you're going to release this. And just let the arms melt back down by your sides. Just let your body just stand from Tadasana. Let the breathing be in your nostrils. And for a few rounds at this beginning stage, we're just going to let that breath notice what parts of the body are. We're going to go through a few rounds of salutations. So you're just going to be very gentle with yourself. Inhaling high, exhaling, release forward. Rolling up, knees bent, hips flexed. Inhale, lift it back out again. And exhale. You can reach out as if you're painting out in front of you. And roll it back up. I'm not dictating the breath here. I want you to just follow what comes natural. Usually an inhale is an opening and exhaling is releasing forward. When you're ready to roll up, you can roll up with that exhale or start a new inhale. One more time, forward folding. And then rolling it right back up. Roll the shoulders this time. And this time we're going to add an inhale and a sitting down action with the toss. Now you keep the arms high, but if this is really hard, just reach those arms out in front of you as if you're ready to receive something. Or if you think you have something to let go of, just send it back out. Inhale and exhale. And then folding this down to the ground once again. Inhale, lift it up. Flat back, halfway up, stretch the throat, breathe with your throat. Exhale, release this back. And then once again, inhale, open it out. And exhale, release it back to the throat. We're going to move this into the first downward facing dog. So when you're ready, if you need to, you can always drop this to the knees and just get a feel for where you are in this space. Inhale and exhale. So one more time. If you're willing to go into that downward facing dog, you go right ahead and do it. I'm going to give a variation here so that if this is too much for you, you know, be in that forward fold or on the hands and knees. You may want to bring something in that you can actually raise your torso up on, and just let your hands press back into the downward facing dog, either on a chair. When you do this, you want something you can push down on. Another breath. And then also in either of those poses, you can walk the feet. Pedal the heels, letting those heels drop, pressing through the fingertips, the heels of the hands. The inner palm probably has a bit of a hollow dome in it. Let that be. Stay connected to the feet and the hands. And then once again, you're going to go ahead, release this to the ground. Let yourself drop back, hips to the heels. Breathing in, breathing out. Give it one more chance. We're going to go ahead and let that move back to the hands and the knees. Step 1 foot forward. We're going to take a moment. We're going to come up onto the knee. If you need to pad this knee, don't hesitate to pad it. We're going to come into that mudra. The thumb and the index finger come together. The other fingers curl, bronchial mudra. And do it on both sides. You're going to inhale this out. And then you're going to turn to your back leg. And you're going to just be in a very mild twist. So We've had rain before at this time of the year. So I want to like bring back that soothing motion of moisture falling from the sky, and bringing it back into our future, into our present. Take it back, bring it back. Take one more breath here. Raise those arms again. Exhale, release this down to the ground. The back toe is going to tuck under, lifting that back knee up off the ground. Bring both hands inside that front leg. Let the neck go for a moment. We're going to turn the back heel down. So ideally, you should be able to see that back foot turn down. You're going to go ahead, pull that right arm up onto the right leg, opening up the arms. And if you'd like to come back into that mudra, pull that mudra towards the sky. As you stay here, we're going to take another moment, breathing in, breathing out. Find that space in the bronchial, lifting up, turning back. There goes the dog. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale and exhale. Opening it out. Looking into that present, into that future. Breathing fully. And then once again, we're going to windmill this all the way back to the ground. Pivot that back heel. If it makes sense, downward facing dog. And you may put a very gentle. Again, be aware if the plank is too much, knees drop, see if you can hold it here. Inhale and exhale. And then if you like, you can either drop this back. Balasana again. Breathing in, breathing out. I think the squirrels are in the trees today, throwing things down. I hope they don't do a pine thing. Pulling back up onto the hands and the knees. Lean into that downward facing dog. Take a breath there. Let that exhale be your awareness. Find out how much you can let go of. And then from here, you're going to go ahead. You're going to step that opposite foot forward. Let that back knee drop to the ground. The hands will be on the inside of that front leg. It should be the opposite leg of what was just forward. Breathe in, breathe out. And then you're going to go ahead, you're going to pull this up if you like that bronchial mudra. They say to hold this one, especially if you're having a lot of problems breathing, hold this one for 5 to 10 minutes, 3 or 4 times a day. And then go ahead, you're going to take this. We've had rains, we've had support of the weather in the summer. We want that to come back into our future. Bring it back again, take a moment. And then pull it back again. Watch this, holding this. Inhale and exhale. Bring it forward. Raise those arms one more time. Exhale, release those hands back to the ground. Tuck that back toe under again. You can just leave that lunge where it is, let the neck release. And then turn that back foot down. Forearms going to come to the thighs. Raising that arm. Directly charging right into that ribcage lung area. This is if that breath can come right through that finger in the air. Inhale and exhale. Neck is where it is comfortable. It's more comfortable. Leg gaze down, gaze towards the ground, gaze out, gaze towards the sky. Inhale, exhale again. Pulling this up again. If you've got the mudra, that bronchial mudra, give it a try again, and then turn it back. in space, pulling that sweet rain back into our future. This is specifically for all of California. Inhale, pull it back again, go into the past. Sometimes we have to be reminded that it's happened before. It can happen again. Pull it back again. Bring it forward. Release this down to the ground. Back toe tucks under. Feet step back. Rock forward to the hands. Again, if the plank is too much on the feet, holding on the knees. Inhale, find that next exhale. And then you can lower this to the ground and open up a Sphinx or Cobra. If you're really gung-ho, go for your upward facing dog. Inhale, exhale, release this. Press it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale, looking forward, stepping the feet, forward fold. Legs can be bent or straight. When you are ready, you can roll this right up, pulling it up, letting the arms again open. Take a moment here, hands are above the head. Take those hands and let this be like the rain coming around. Inhale up again, like the rain. One more time, out, like the rain. Take a moment just standing in Tadasana. Breathe it in, breathe it out. I'm gonna finish this space with a mudra to Chamundaye. And this is a Kabacha mudra. If you want to do, you could pull Kabacha physical body mudra into the hands and cross them in front of your heart. Breathing in, breathing out. This mudra is Om, Aim, Cream, Clean, Chamundaye, Viche. Viche is, we'd like this right now for our protection. We'd like these rains to come back for our protection, for our support. We need this to change. Om, Aim, Cream, Clean, Chamundaye, Viche. 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 Om is for our universe. Aim is Sarasvati in this. It's all three, the trines of the deities, the goddesses. Cream is Durga, and Clean is Kali here. Om, Aim, Cream, Clean, Chamundaye. Chamundaye is Durga, is Shakti. Let it come, let her fall. Let her bring it down to earth. Chamundaye, Viche, right now. Dharma. Thank you. I don't even know how to stop this.